All right, here we go. Another video. CVNA Carvana. Let's check out the day trading chart today. Pyramid play. Look at this. This is why I call it the pyramid play. 365, 364 goes right up to the wick high. 376.88 goes all the way back down, a little below it, but it forms a pyramid. That's why I call that. So if you're long playing this today, see it holding 365, maybe play the break 367, goes up. Yeah, keep it tight trend line. There it is right here. Draw it in there. And you can see it right here. See it comes a little bit through. Doesn't go through till you get 377, starts to go down. Then you're seeing where are you at? Look at this low to high. You're up here at 98.17, 98.30 on stochastics on this 3-minute chart. Then you start going down 377, 375. Straw move down here. See what's going on down here now. Now on this, you got to adjust it. Once this came back, looks about here. Once it made this move, it bounced up, but that wick came back down. And then this is the trend line all the way down. Very tight trend line. Yeah, that little bounce was a fake out. See how you're engaged? Red over white wasn't losing. Not so maybe you get all the way down here. It goes to 363. So long, short forms a pyramid. You can play both ways on that. That's what you want to in a day. If it goes straight up and then, okay, you're seeing what's going to do? It's going back down, get in short. Even if it's not up here, you're seeing how it's not holding here. And then it goes all the way down. So you break it pretty much 365. So that's why I call it the pyramid play. It'll be like that or look like that on a chart on the intraday chart. So pretty incredible move today. The daily chart in this has been rising too. It's forming a gigantic wedge here. See this? Look at this. High, low, even back and forth. They're sort of breaking it now. It's in a wave pattern down. All these little moves or buys right here on the crossover. But you see it here. Once it was up in August, it was 95, 92, comes down, bounces, comes down again, retests, but it's going lower again. It's at 38 right now. If this drops bigger, you'd look for that 350 and maybe this candle here, which would be 318. Weekly chart looks like it peaked now. You're talking 6/6/2025, 96.67 stochastics here. You go lower, you get divergence. You try to come up again, you're going lower again. This is a really big wedge here. See this going all the way back from talking January. And then you have a low line all the way back from 2024. So, if this was a deeper move, I'd love to see this just crash down. The market, I think, would have to get real bad too, though. Monthly chart. There it is again. I did a video on this too. Look at this. 2020, you buy low. It was at like 23. It was all the way to 350 plus. And look at this short. It's like every red candle except one in 2021. It's absolutely incredible, actually. And then it found a low of like 350. They need to sit on it. People thought it was going bankrupt. It goes all the way back up. Looks like a double top. It's a little over now, but that's it. On the quarterly, it's a clear move down. This is one of the best U's you'll ever see. Go up, back down, red over white. It's a U shape. You cross over on the quarterly around a little after March 2023, and you go straight up. You didn't have one red candle except right now so far. All red to all green, one of the easiest charts you'll ever see if you're holding this long. Now, I don't know, a lot of people trade Carvana. It's not really tradable. I would say more of a swing trade. You don't really day trade it, but longer term, again, longer term, look at monthly, past where you're holding, I would say 6 months to a year, maybe even more. And look what this did. Straight up. It's perfection. Red, green, you have to do anything. And I usually play these. This is why I play these. See, 0 to 20, oversold, 8,100. Now, it's at 92 right now, but there's no crossover yet. You want to see this start to curve or something, that something's up. It's getting very high up here, too. Yearly, not much to go nearly yet. All right, the news on Carvana, anything? Yeah, it's put in big returns. 5 years, 66%, 1,700, 109. Pretty amazing. Institutions are 91% of this too. Upgraded by Jeffries, 475. Stocks drops. Carvana stock drops despite market gains. Announces investor tour. Why is it falling today? What's it say? Carvana has a competitive moat over CarMax. All right, see what they're saying in stocks. Which may not be claiming fraud, but these guys are certainly have a history of similar fraudulent misconduct. I think a lot of fraud goes on in the stock market. Companies, you know, who knows? They could be fudging numbers. Who knows what's true? A lot of these high flyers, EPP, remember SMCI? I'll go over that in a second. 70% of borrowers had no score. Most loans came from Texas, California, Arizona. Three of my recent analysis, Carvana's non-prime, auto trust. These numbers should sound very familiar. Interest rate borrowers, Carvana's borrowers tend to have credit scores. The loans are longer, more expensive. Raises the question, struggle to collect payments. How's Carvana managing better? Not accusing of fraud, but what happened to a tricolor? It's an interesting point. This nothing has changed. 400 this week. All right. Oh, was this Carvana upgraded by Jeffries? Okay. All right, so that's where we're at on this. Who knows? It seems like everyone's in massive debt. It said repossessions, everything was up. You want to see some major crack in the market eventually. I just don't believe this can keep running like this. I've seen the market since 2006. I've been watching this. It's impossible. Nothing's going to go up this high. And the consumer is absolutely tapped. They're absolutely broke. Even people have money. I mean, not the rich and wealthy. I mean, people have good jobs but they're in massive debt too. So, and that's wild here. So we'll see what happens with this. It's forming this wedge. We'll see if we get down further. Yeah, step by step here. See this? So 360, you'd look for 350. And then right here, this wick would be 318 if you fall further. So I'd watch that. Of course, you get to reclaim the highs now on Carvana. All right, so that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Game Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. Peace.